control. But it all depends on how well Mlbb will farm.
Let's see. So far right now, they are prioritizing on the sprint. Again, everyone, make it up here for the grand final MLBB women category. Give it up for Team Indonesia versus Cambodia.
We're now officially jumping into game number 3, ladies and gentlemen, and Indonesia is currently leading by 2 points. A single victory in this game is all it will take for our defending champions to once again claim the throne and the crown. Can Cambodia be the rock in their path?
The rock that is so big that they cannot move at all. This is a mountain that they need to climb through to get to the other side. But somehow, Team Indonesia, the more they try to climb, the more higher the mountain they are putting out against Team Cambodia. And looking on the draft-wise, I feel like starting up earlier on is definitely not going to be easy for Team Cambodia compared to all the 2 drafts that they've done. When they actually had that 2 draft, they know for a fact they can be confident early games as well as the mid game. But Team Indonesia right now, with a really solid draft-wise, I don't think Cambodia can be pushing out too aggressive.
Yeah, definitely not. Cambodia's timing is going to be around, once again, the first to second turtle duration, because that is where Farsa is going to unlock the feathered airstrike and start doing some good damage from behind. If they can set up good catches with Ue, then that Elan is going to be a very important player for Cambodia. It's basically their best bridge from the early into the late game. So they want to aim to snowball Farsa here if possible.
Let's see if that's going to happen. Turtle has already been spawned. This is only the first one. Seems that Vival is already taking her hands, trying to actually drag out a little bit of the lifetime of the turtle. Moshi goes in for the backline, just going one-on-one with Fumieko, but it's going to be a win for Vival to get that turtle. Great win, especially with the Urta Rampant, just denies any movement coming up from Team Cambodia. Again, when it comes to pressure, Indonesia will deny it.
Well, as expected, Indonesia are the ones with the Fredrin this time around, so that means they can much more easily contest the first couple turtles. So it's perfectly fine for Cambodia to choose not to fight, though I do feel like they could have considered it at least. Vivian is going to be able to hit level 4 before Ue, it looks like, so Indonesia has provided some minions over to her, which means they want to try and maximize this timing where their opposing roam doesn't have their ultimate yet to maybe find a catch.
Let's see, Urta Rampage, mighty swing, but they will be able to move away. A lot of the tease and the poke comes in from the team of Indonesia, and Cambodia just trying to create some safe space so that they do not get caught off guard by the team of Indonesia.
They play it safe. Cambodia can just generally avoid interacting with their opponents until the mid-game. But that also allows Indonesia to get a lot of space on the map to farm. We can see just based on the way they're rotating, Cambodia is not really maximizing their farm efficiency. Moshi in particular is being pulled over to this side of the map very often. And that is giving away farm to Fumieko and now even Cine.
Even Cine right now just doing a lot of invasive attacks, giving a lot of pressure for Team Cambodia. This is back again to all of the games that we've seen for today. Team Cambodia, again, taking it a slower path, but yet it's not going to be easy if they don't actually try to test things out. Again, it gives so much space for Team Indonesia to just mess around.
And this is why I was concerned about the Claude pickup. On paper, it's good that Cambodia is playing it slow because they want their gold laner to farm. But Indonesia has 2 marksmen that is perfectly happy to farm.
Coming out, already stealing up the buff as well, and Cambodia was just overlooking, doesn't want to even overextend themselves, and now come through with a tectonic charge as well. Gets 3, but somehow they managed to move away. Elan, just 1 more shot to go. Federer is already open. Elan will be taken out immediately. Moshi goes to be trade with Vival as well. So 1-1 right now for the team of Indonesia versus Cambodia.
Now, I don't think it's very worth for Vival to trade for Elan there, because the jungler is going to have a higher value than the mid laner, especially with the turtle coming up. But I think Indonesia is also aware that Cambodia needs this Farsa to actually do something in order for them to have relevance at this stage of the game. So if you can just take it out of the equation entirely, then that's not actually too bad. And you're giving so much farm in the side lanes to your 2 marksmen.
Not only that, great zoning comes in. All the gold plates has been sucked up by the team of Indonesia. Soaking all of the resources is what giving Indonesia a very good leeway. Faidara side has been already open, giving a lot of pressure, but at the same time, Viva takes down the turtle. Now they're gonna go in for the counter-attack. Treasure Pulse comes through, able to take down Tikami, bounce the shelter as well, but somehow Team Cambodia somehow had to move away. Hooray! Will be tossed off. Dragged by Sini, getting 2 players down in the hands of Indonesia.
This is already a disaster for Team Cambodia. I'm gonna say it right now. 3.5k goal lead, 5 minutes. Monkey explodes in the mid lane. Tier 1 mid gone in 5 minutes. Indonesia is playing double marksman. They should be scaling, but they're winning right now.
No, Elon, Feather strikes straight away cancel out. Try to actually make sure clearing the way, but this is risky coming from Team Cambodia. Again, so much domination from the top lane to the mid lane, and now it's giving a lot of potential for Team Indonesia.
There has already been a mistake in approach here from Team Cambodia, choosing to take the game slowly when they're actually the ones that need to be upping the tempo. This is one of the biggest gold leads we've seen this early in the series thus far. Jungle camps being stolen away because Vival is still relevant.
Goes in for the tectonic charge. Open traction pulse always pull through to the side of Team Cambodia. They will not be able to survive it out though. All the best assets comes in. No, away goes to the front line. Will be shut down by Shell as well. Mountain Sharker comes through, but still, it is already 1P in the hands of Indonesia.
The win condition of this lineup from Cambodia is heavily dependent on Tegami and Elan having a notable pressure on the map and remaining relevant so that Baobei can get her farm. But the total opposite has happened. There is basically no presence from this Yi Sun-shin and Farsa right now. And instead, it is the Kimi along with the Fredrin that is creating space. Indonesia are already on track.
Dash to Baobei though. Baobei having a problem, but Sini does manage to be taken out by Moshi. That could be a little bit of small wins comes in for the team of Cambodia. Fumieko, too much of the overextension, but they won't actually have the opportunity to actually punish her. So still, the team of Indonesia, they are still good to go.
Small win is still going to be a win though for the side of Team Cambodia. They were able to punish Sini there. Indonesia though, no skin off their back really. Their main win condition is still going to be Shell on this Granger, who is probably scaling like crazy right now. Actually level 10, which is higher level than anyone on the side of Team Cambodia currently. They are being forced to play super closely together because of the fear that has been put in their hearts from the previous 2 series. But if they're playing it too safe, then they're also taking it too slowly. And Indonesia has shown time and time again that they thrive in these sort of situations.
The fact that Lord straight away spawned it out right here, Team Indonesia is definitely going to actually go for the dance itself. Cambodia somehow having a little bit of slow rotation, looking for a way for them to step things up. Can they actually go for the setup? Transient Pulse comes through, does catch out just a little bit, but they will be able to get away from all the setup that was done by Team Indonesia. And somehow, Team Indonesia doesn't commit to it. They just want to make sure that Cambodia shows themselves first for the location-wise. And even from the backline, we do see Fumieko has already been spotted out. So Cambodia, good discipline, great composure, making sure that Indonesia doesn't go too further on.
I think that is good. Cambodia, they can try to contest this, but you could also argue that they don't actually need to. If they are gonna be able to sacrifice farm on everyone else and just funnel all of it into Baobei, there is still actually a chance when once this Claude hits around the 3rd or 4th item mark, which is probably going to happen around 16 minutes. But there is already a nearly 2,000 gold difference just between the marksmen alone.
No, Uwe try to pick things out. Had to move away with the AOG instead. Even Fumieko is roaming around with the Ionic Disc to make sure that Cambodia just backs away. This could be a good lot to be taken by Team Indonesia, but then they don't really overextend as well. They just want to mess around with Cambodia. This is where the fine line out. Team Indonesia, they are so disciplined. They don't actually underestimate their players, their opponent, and they are so well known to have a really good response getting that Lord for the first time.
Yeah, they were dancing that Lord because they didn't actually know where Tegami was on the map. But after enough time had passed, they could quite safely say that he was probably farming elsewhere. And that is exactly what was happening. Tegami was actually stealing the bottom half of the jungle from Team Indonesia, So I will give props for that. I think that is the right call to be making in this situation. This is the first Lord of the game. Shouldn't be too difficult to handle, though Cambodia will probably have to sacrifice their mid-tier 2 for it.
Let's see, so far right now, it is still just the first Lord going in for the zoning right now. Fumieko. It seems that they spotted out Cambodia. Federer has already been open. Managed to take down Shell first of all. Tegami comes in, but unfortunately will be traded out by Cine. Now moving along, they will be able to do a little bit of enforcement at the moment right now with the Lord also crashing on, giving a lot of pressure. But still, Team Cambodia managed to survive without Moshi as the frontliner, giving a lot of support, all the sustainability, making sure that no one goes down without a fight.
That was actually very well done by Cambodia. Tegami waiting for the ambush, actually finding the kill on Shell is very valuable to them right now to stop this Granger from continuing scaling too much. It's unfortunate that Shell doesn't really have a shutdown for Tegami to claim, but it is still pretty good damage being done to keep Cambodia in this. Unfortunately, they have lost all of their external towers and even 2 of their holy defenses, so any subsequent defense is going to become a little bit more difficult. But if they can delay the game another 5 minutes or so, then Mlbb will actually become kind of a threat, and Indonesia will have to tread lightly.
Will Indonesia allow that? 32k damage is already in the hands of Shell. If Shell wasn't been dropped so quickly from the side of Team Cambodia, maybe they could have been turned things around for them. But then again, here's the thing, Indonesia, they're not going to allow that mistake comes through. They will definitely learn from it. They will cover things ground and they will be able to actually guard their MM properly this time. So far right now with 50 seconds, the Lord is going to come off. Oh, Fumieko, overextension, but I don't think that's going to be a case though. They will be able to survive it out. So again, this is just a little bit of opening of the map location.
This is a bit of a unique situation. Oh, Shell steals the orange buff as well. A little bit of insult to injury. But it is a unique situation where Team Indonesia has already defeated this composition that they were using once before. That means that they have a good idea of the inner workings of its weaknesses. But Cambodia also knows that because they were subject to it themselves.
And looking on the side, Utter Weapon already been put up, but they're not going to actually follow up that. This is pretty much just to scatter things around for Team Cambodia. 7 more seconds to go. It's going to be the Lord for the second one, but Mountain Shocker comes in. Viva takes down Tegami as well. Come through right now as they had to actually pull away. But their side has already been opened, but Moshi unfortunately will be shut down by Cine. Fumieko doing a lot of damage right in front of the line, pushing on to Team Cambodia. This is going to be the inhibitor turret that they want to actually pull on. Doesn't even need the Lord so far, but at least Cambodia has already been back off. Then they actually be able to get that Lord if they want to push through.
That was a big blunder for Tegami. She could have actually gone home. She could have ignored them entirely because I don't think Indonesia were actually trying to jump her. But she saw the Granger and thought, I have to go for this right now or I might be in trouble. That was not really the case. It was desperation and was not able to land the Mountain Shocker. So Indonesia got a free kill on the Yisun Shin. That gives them another free Lord. And this is now a very dangerous one. It's a very similar situation to game number 2, where this is a Lord that can be used to make the base of Cambodia empty. But compared to before, Indonesia is not beholden to ending the game with it. Even if they're not able to take the victory with this objective, they have more than enough scaling to keep the game going.
Let's see if Cambodia can set things up for defense though. So far right now, they have done a really good reaction, great response-wise, but somehow it's not going to be enough though if they actually give that opportunity for Team Indonesia to go to the back line. And this is what we've seen so far. So much damage that was burst out by Vival as well as Shell. It gives so much of the opportunity for them to shut down Cambodia. Now pushing on for the bottom lane as well, just making sure all the minion waves just come through. But here on out, they're going in for a fight. Seems that Tegami in a little bit of danger. Managed to scare away by Fumieko. Managed to actually shut it down with Vivian, shuts it down Tegami. Badarsa has already opened, tried to scare away, but it's not going to be enough damage though. Elan had to pull away. Moshi surviving it out. Oh, the bravest fight, but unfortunately always going to be the end for her as Fumieko takes it down. Mlbb also managed to shut down